We'll continue tracking the story and bring you all of the developments.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Meanwhile, Tata Consultancy Services has introduced a new rule requiring employees to be assigned to paid projects for at least 225 days a year, leaving only about 35 days for periods without work, failing which staff could face pay cuts, fewer promotions or even job loss. My colleague Haripriya sends us this report.
The All India IT-ITES Employees Union has raised its concerns and is opposing TCS's updated talent deployment policy, which mandates 225 billing days for employees and caps the bench time to 35 days at maximum. Now, the IT Employees Union says that this just helps company to easily put people on performance improvement plans and downsize teams as they like it. They call this an anti-worker policy and essentially are saying that the responsibility of assigning projects should be on the company itself, because under this policy, all the employees are to actively seek out for projects and be deployed on a continuous basis. We also spoke to some of the employees to understand how this works. What they say is the responsibility should lie on the company, while the proactiveness from employees can be expected, because at no point employees would be aware of what are the projects that are happening across all locations and actively seek out for them. And even the portal that they have to track this is not real time. Now, an employee with good connects within the company could figure it out, but other employees would be left out. And this is also an increasing concern for the freshers, because according to the policy, they are to be deployed from day one. And someone who's new to the system would take time to maneuver around this. The IT Employees Union is also opposing the clause of the disciplinary action that has been in the updated policy. It just says that it will be easier for the company to push out people, while initially the responsibility of deploying should have been on them. This is the displeasure that employees and the union have against the new policy right now.
Thanks so much for that, Haripriya. We also have Rahul Das, the Central Secretariat member at AIITEU. Rahul, thanks so much for joining us and welcome to NDTV Profit. Trying to understand how does the AIITEU view TCS's new requirement for employees to work on paid projects for at least 225 days a year, and what impact do you think that this will have on employee well-being and job security?
Well, see, I mean, it's not just a matter of like how much time or the upper cap they have set for the bench time for non-billability, which in this case is 35 days. It's not just a matter of that. We are kind of opposing this whole policy of that hides behind a charade of fostering a holistic and a beneficial, mutually beneficial growth that kind of tries to meet the organizational demands as well as the individual growth. So if you go by the new policy that has come across that several TCS employees reached out to us and informed us about, it says that in 1 year, if you are a TCS employee, one is supposed to have at least 225 days of billable time in their internal system. And the non-billable time should not exceed 35 days. If it exceeds 35 days, then it can impact their overseas prospect, their increment, their personal growth. Alongside, certain disciplinary actions could be taken as well. But as your colleague Haripriya rightly mentioned, that the internal system where they expect the employees to basically have a look at and explore all the projects and then try to find a project that fits their skill set, it kind of takes a lot of time. And again, this time is not billable. Remember that. A person might end up spending like 5 days, 6 days, 7 days to try and find a project that actually suits that person's skill set. But if there is a group that is there already within the Tata Consultancy Services going by the name Resource Management Group, then the name itself is pretty self-explanatory. Then that group is basically entitled with the job to manage the resources and assign the work to them. When a person is hired, the contract basically mentions you are going to deliver these 1, 2, 3, 4 task items for any project that is assigned to you. It is never mentioned that it is your responsibility to find a project for yourself and then make yourself billable. This is basically going to justify TCS's aggressive performance improvement plan that the company often resorts to whenever they go through a downsizing requirement.
Right.
Yeah.
So Rahul, then what steps are you going to be taking to address the concerns of TCS employees who may face these pay cuts, fewer promotions, or even job losses if they fail to meet this new project assignment criteria?
Yeah, so I mean, we as All India IT and ITS Employees Union, we have certain programs that will be definitely revealed in the time that is upcoming. For now, we can only say that our entire workflow and the programs that we have planned ahead completely focuses on basically urging the government to intervene and take due note of this. This is absolutely not pro employees. I understand that the business fuels the economy of a state, of the nation. We are not against that, absolutely not. But at the same time, these 54 lakhs people who are employed in the ITES and IT sector of India, these people are basically responsible for the generation of this revenue. So if any policy is kind of going to impact them negatively, then the government has to intervene. We have been raising demands for quite a long time. We have reached out to different labor commissioners. Even the Ministry of Labor is aware of our deputations, multiple deputations, wherein we have raised the government of every state should conduct inspection of the IT workplace to ensure that whatever employee-friendly laws we have around, those laws are basically implemented, because laws are nothing but a piece of paper unless they are properly implemented, and it is the government's job to ensure that the laws are implemented properly. I mean, we can even add to this point that this upper capping of the bench time to 35 days is one way of looking at it, but the other way of looking at it, basically delegating the job of making yourself billable to
Right.
the employees is absolutely not worker friendly or employee friendly.
All right, Rahul, thank you so much for that very comprehensive and insightful perspective of yours. We'll continue tracking that story and bring you all of the latest developments and updates.